welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video we will learn about the some important points regarding configuring GPIOs in microcontroller. Okay, so in this document I write some points or issues I faced during configuring GPIOs of my microcontroller. So I want to share my experience with you. So what really happens, first of all, you need to remember by default, almost in all microcontrollers, all GPIOs are configured as input by the manufacturer. Okay, so the reason for making these pins as inputs by default is that if you are interfacing some sensor or any other LCD or something else, any electronic gadgets, then it may happens that if these pins are configured as output pins, they will generate signals and they may damage your device or the sensor you are trying to interface with your microcontroller. So by default all these pins are configured in the input mode in almost all the microcontroller but you need to verify from your microcontroller datasheet or reference documents whether your microcontroller all GPIO pins are configured as inputs by default or not. So first and most important thing is you need to verify whether configured as input or output pins by default. The second most important thing, if your GPIO pins are not working or there is not state change or your GPIO pins are not working as expected, so it may be the issue related to the configuration of the GPIOs. Maybe you are not configuring the pins as input or output. Maybe there are certain bits in the configuration registers of any microcontroller that you need to set or reset depending on your requirement to properly configure that GPIO pin as input or output pin according to your requirement. And the next important thing is the pull up or pull down of the GPIOs. In many microcontrollers, some GPIO pins are by default are in pull up or pull down state, or even in floating state or open drain state. So you need to verify the default configuration of your GPIO pins, whether they are pull up or in a pull down state or in open drain state. So you need to verify these configurations and you need to configure these pins according to your requirement by verifying your pins status, whether they are pull up or pull down or open drain configuration by default. The next most important issue that you may face is that you are configuring the GPIO pins right. So you are configuring GPIO pins correctly, but maybe the clock is missing. Maybe the clock of your microcontroller is not generating properly. So you need to verify the clock of your microcontroller as well. So you need to verify that you are configuring the clock of your microcontroller correctly or not. Maybe there are also some configuration registers to like clock getting clock register and these kinds of registers. There are certain bits or in these configuration register that you need to set or reset depending upon your manufacturer datasheet or your microcontroller reference document. So the third most important thing is you need to verify the clock. The fourth most important thing is that maybe you are able to generating PWMs or you are able to toggling your GPIO pins, but maybe there are some issues. The behavior is not exactly the same what you are expecting. Maybe your GPIOs remain high for more time or remain low in more time, means that duty ratio is not exactly 50%. In the code you already configure that the GPIO remains for example high for 2 milliseconds and remain low for 2 milliseconds, but maybe it remains high for 3 milliseconds and goes low for only 1 millisecond. So here the most common issue is that maybe you are toggling or switching your GPIOs at such a high frequency that your microcontroller does not support. So in this case you need to divide your clock frequency by using the concept of prescaler, so that you are trying to switch the GPIOs at a frequency which is supported by your microcontroller. Okay, or in some other cases there may be some issues related to the power supply of your microcontroller. Maybe most important, especially when you try to power up your microcontroller from external power supply, like from the power adapter. In most of the microcontroller there are two options to power up your microcontroller: through the USB cable and the second one is through the external power adapter. In most of the cases these power adapters make problem. Maybe they are powering up your microcontroller as well as maybe they are providing power to your GPIO pins and pull up those pins. Everything can happen, so you need to double check your power supply as well if you are experiencing these kind of issues. So there are maybe some timing issues as well which can happen on your GPIO pins, as maybe if you are trying to switch your GPIOs at such a high frequency in the megahertz range that are not supported by your microcontroller, then in that case you may face some timing issues that Sometimes GPS go high, sometimes it doesn't go high. So in conclusion, the behavior of your GPS may not be consistent. Sometimes they switch, sometimes they change their state, sometimes they don't change their states. In this case also, you need to verify the clock at which you are toggling your GPIOs. And the last issue I observed, which is I think really important, and this is something classical observation I have made during my work on the GPIOs, that I have configured some pins of my microcontroller as output pins, and only I configured one pin as an input pin. So my initial focus was to just generate output signal on those GPIOs which are configured as output pins. So initially what I did, that was my mistake, that I want to share with you, that I remain the GPIO pin which is configured as input in the floating state, and I just crop the GPIO pins which are configured as output pins and trying to generate signal on those output pins. But what actually happening is that my GPIO pins remains in pull-up state. They are not changing their state as expected. So what really happens is that the GPIO pin which I used as a input pin, it was in the floating state, and this GPIO pin which is configured as input pin, I am not giving attention to that GPIO pin which is actually in the floating state and getting the noise from the environment and actually resetting my microcontroller. Or in such a case, when one of your pin which is configured as input pin and it is not configured at one voltage level, or it is not in the proper one state, so what that GPIO will do, it will pick up environmental noise, so that will disturb the internal sensitive circuitry of your microcontroller, and as a result maybe some protection mechanism will trigger, and to protect your GPIOs from damaging, maybe your microcontroller will pull up those GPIOs or pull down those GPIOs according to the configuration or design of your microcontroller. So be careful when you configure any pin of your microcontroller as an input pin. Try to tie it with some non-reference level according to the requirement. In conclusion, you don't need to let any GPIO pin which is configured as input pin in the floating state, otherwise it will create some random behavior and you will be very shocked what is happening. Your code will be right, your clock is good, your power supply is good, everything is fine, but your GPIOs remain stuck in one state, or maybe they are not behaving as expected. First of all, you will try to analyze your code, and you try to start looking at your code again and again, that the code is okay, but the GPIO pins are not toggling or not changing the state as expected. In that case, most probably there is some other pin which may be configured as input pin, as in my case I left one GPIO pin which was configured as input pin in the floating state, and that pin is actually picking noise, or actually picking some random data and disturbing the internal sensitive circuitry which consists of FATs and some other really sensitive components, and in turn the protection circuitry of my microcontroller triggers and they pull up all the GPIO pins in the high state. So that is all from my side. If you like my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Goodbye.